Hello, I'm Greg. I'm going to be making a series of videos on how to play Dungeons & Dragons. Mainly I'll be covering 1E or 2E, first edition or second edition. I'm not going to cover third edition. Oh, that was horrible. Anything third is awful. Fourth edition, artwork was terrible, totally sucked. Fifth edition, I'm not a fan of it, but there's a lot of people that love it that are growing up on that. Me and some of the older generation have grown up on first and second edition. So I'll be covering those. But what is Dungeons & Dragons? It is an RPG, a role-playing game, where you create a character in the fantasy realm, be it a fighter, a thief, a cleric, a cavalier, a barbarian, whatever. And you become an actor or an actress and play them out. You'll play them through an adventure, which is what the DM makes, or they use pre-built ones. But basically an adventure, I believe, needs to have a story plot. Needs to have a beginning and a conclusion. If you make it to the conclusion, great. I'll be going over how to make adventures too easy, too difficult, but at the end of the day, you want the players to be successful and try to get to the end of the adventure. And just have a good time. What do I need for it all, you ask? Funny. There are a few books out there. Oh no, books! I don't want to read books. I just want to roll dice and have fun. Yes. There are a few books out there that you will need, but you do not need to read everything. The first thing you do need is the Player's Handbook. This will show you the different classes, the different races, the pros and cons of everything, and it will help you decide who you want to become. What do you want to do? And it also lists equipment, spells, and all that stuff that you will need to know, but you do not need to learn the entire book. That's what your DM is for. Speaking of DMs, a good DM will have this, the Dungeon Master's Guide. Players, do not look through this. Some people do. It kind of spoils them. But this is a necessary item to have. It has a lot of charts in there that help the games along. Has a couple basic rules. Oh no, rules! I don't like rules. It is a guide. It's not a hardcore Bible or anything. It is just a guide. If a rule doesn't suit you, get rid of it. Modify it. Make it work for you. Like psionics that were in here. I couldn't stand them. It slows the game down. I totally ignore them. They're not in my game at all. There are some rules I love and other ones I don't have in here because it slows the game down. It bogs down. Players hate them, but yet you don't want the players to have a free-for-all either. So there's pros and cons. Again, it is a guide. These are guides. Those are the two that you need, but there's also something else that you need. What could that be? Do I have to read it? No, you don't need to read this. This is mainly for the DM. Monsters. Yes, you come upon monsters from now and then. Not just mean ones, sometimes good ones. But you also need a variety. That's where number 2 comes in handy. Now this is all 1E stuff with revised covers. The original ones I don't have because, well, they're very old and very expensive to come by. 2E, though, did come out with Slender stuff. But I don't want to show you this book, but I am, because I have used it through the many years and it's practically falling apart. But what 2E did was refine the first edition. It got rid of a lot of the weighing down rules and all that stuff. It redefined some classes, some questions here and there. But the books are necessary, but you don't have to read everything. But if you're a player, I do advise you just browse through the Player's Handbook. But if you don't want to, just ask the DM. He'll guide you through creating the character and all that good, happy stuff. But what are some of the other things you need? Main thing, dice. You need at least 7 different dice. I don't know if you can see it all here. Your 4-sided, 6-sided, 10-sided, 8-sided, 12-sided, and 20-sided. Why do I need all that dice for? Can't I just roll a 6-sided? Well, different weapons do different damage. There's percentages for failure or success in the almighty 20-sided dice. You know, success or failure. Do I hit? Do I miss? Do I succeed my strength? Do I fail my strength? Do I fail my intelligence? You know, that good stuff. So yeah, a variety of dice is needed. There's no one color, no rule that says you can only have one 20-sided dice or 16 20-sided dice. Bring as much dice as you want because, well, you're rolling it, it's up to you. Another thing that people use sometimes are figures. Yep, that's my little wizard there. Figures can represent movement in adventure. There's all kinds of figures that I've used, from lead, the original Ral Partha Grenadier ones, all the way up to new plastic ones. You know, you also have, you know, little tiny halflings, little dwarves. You know, I don't know if you can see that or not. But you also have dragons. This is lead. This is an old lead one. It is very heavy. It's fragile too. But yes, one thing about figures, they are fun to paint. Yes, I love painting these figures. Obviously, this is not a Jolly Green Giant. This is a Storm Giant. There's all kinds of creatures. These here are still lead. Some of the older ones from Grenadier and Ral Partha that I'm showing you. Then there's this new generation. 3D printing. This was supposed to be something else, but I turned it into a giant centipede just because I liked it. But figures. Figures are not a necessity, but it helps with visualization and sometimes distance when things are happening. But with miniatures comes a sacrifice. The game slows down because people are nitpicking. Oh, I was here. Oh, no, I was over here. And you get the ruler out, measure, whatever. I just like to use figures as a representation, not exact. But I'll be going over some videos of how-tos, getting into classes detail. I'll go through what a fighter is on a video. I'll go through what a magic user is on a video. I'll go through some players of races and stuff like that. So I hope you will follow me along. I am Greg. I am the author of Tomes of Ahir, tomesofahir.com. Please visit my site. I'll talk to you later.